Good morning, hello, and welcome to the Pandemic Diary 2020. I am Joan Achong, and with me is my co-host today, Emily Blake. Hello, Emily, how
Morning.
are you? Nice to see you
Morning.
again.
Yes, you too. This is my favorite time of the day now, and I'm
Um,
doing really good, thank you. How are you?
I look forward to today as well. I was all excited, ready, and waiting to get on there to talk to our wonderful guest today. And with us in the studio, we've got Priyanka, our guest,
Hi.
Priyanka Kanvide.
Hi. I'm
Hello,
good. How are
Priyanka.
you?
Thank you for joining us this morning on the show. And with us also is Amy Perry. Hello, Amy. Nice for
Hello.
joining us on Pandemic Diary 2020. Okay, the Pandemic Diary, just a little quick housekeeping. We like you to go online, like, click, and share, and do make your comments. Go to the Pandemic Diary on Video Index. We are present on the YouTube Video Index. Go click, like, share, comment, and join us for a wonderful day program today. The Pandemic Diary came about as a result of the COVID-19 crisis and pandemic that we are facing worldwide. This show is to enable a lot of people in the community to have a voice, say their story, engage in how they are living their lives through this pandemic time. It's unprecedented, and we like to start first this morning with our dear guest, Priyanka Kanvide.
Hi.
Priyanka, welcome to the show, and tell us about yourself.
Hi, John. Thank you for inviting me.
You're
It's
welcome.
nice to see Emily and Emmy. It's a long time, Emily, so I'm very happy to see you back here. Talking about myself, I'm a doctor by profession. But once I came to the country 16 years back, I got trained into being a fitness instructor, and I have been having my fitness classes since last 11 years now. So it's well running and making people healthy, I guess. Another part of being in the health industry.
Mhm. Okay,
And
and
yes, I am also national director for Mrs. Universe. So I have my
mhm,
national pageant, which is called as Britain's Miss and Mrs. So it's an
yes,
international platform to send women of all age, all forms. Everyone is beautiful internationally.
okay,
Yeah.
and you are also um, missing out a little secret here. She's also the former 2018 Mrs.
Yeah.
Classic Unit Director of Britain Miss and Mrs. There you
Thank
go. She's
you.
trying to be she's being modest at this time, but tell us a bit about yourself. What is your life like during the 2020 pandemic of COVID-19? What has your life been like?
Honestly, when John called me yesterday, I was like quite excited and I was sharing some details with us. Like, I don't get time to breathe at all. It's been busy, busy, busy. I
Hmm.
will talk into two different parts. One is my personal life, and the other one is a social life. So,
Yes,
talking about
please.
my personal life, it's been quite busy as everyone is home, and
Hmm.
we are saying, like, we used to complain, I'm not getting time with my kids, I'm not getting time with my husband. Now everybody is home and I actually get to spend a lot of time with them. With the kids, I can actually sit down with them a long hours and help them with the studies, have some fun games. We do fitness together. With my husband as well, having the morning cup of coffee or evening snack with him is always been a dream since last few years. And
Uh-huh.
well,
And now
this
COVID-19 is allowing you to fulfill those dreams. So
yes,
that's a
it's
positive thing that came out of
yes.
COVID-19 lockdown.
Yes, yes, it is one of a good thing that came out of COVID pandemic. I can say that I think we should say we get to spend more time with the family, get to do things that you have always been thinking of doing. I'm
Hmm.
thinking of social life. Well, I'm a party girl. I like meeting people, but
Yes.
since last 4 weeks, I'm in the house, not
Mm-hmm.
meeting anyone, missing all my friends, missing having all the fun. And actually, it's sad to see so many deaths and so many
Mm-hmm.
negative things going around. So, yeah, this is something which hurts me somewhere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you also mentioned earlier on, well, not earlier on, but you mentioned to me that you are from a very large extended family.
Yes.
and you're used to having them over
Yes.
every other weekend, and
Yes.
everybody swaps around every other weekend hosting the
Yes.
family gathering. So
Yes.
how do you go about with the social isolation in connecting with your family members?
We have done two things. So every weekend, so when the pandemic started, we decided of doing something. So everyone was anxious, everyone was going through all this mixed kind of feelings, what to do, how things are going to happen. So we knew that there's something where we can always pray to the Almighty and
Mm-hmm.
pray for, not just for us, for everybody. So we started
Mm-hmm.
prayer sessions every evening with friends, and it became a routine kind of us. For 2 hours we used to do that, so we used to pray for our family, for the whole world, and it kept us going. So yes, when we say media, well, media has helped us keep connected, keep our family going together through these web
Mm-hmm.
sessions. I have my family back from India connecting with me. So we have WhatsApp video, we use that. Uh, now we have Zoom, which is there. So we are using Zoom. There are so many other applications which you can use to get connected to your family members. So whenever you feel like I'm feeling lonely, just pick up your media, pick up your preference, and just call them up, speak to them, and
That's
you're there. You can see the smiles, the kids can talk to each other, even we share recipes. So this is really nice. I mean, we share a lot of photographs. I have got into distance learning, so I've got
uh-huh.
certifications in fitness, and I'm actually qualifying for a GP referral right now. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's something which I'm doing for myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
that's wonderful. We see the
Yes.
power of social media taken
Yes.
into account of everything. And there's
Yes.
some pictures to the right of our screen with you and your fitness, and from
Yes.
your Instagram page, your
Yes.
family life, your social life, and your fitness life. And
Yes.
I'd like to ask you another. Emily, would you like to ask Priyanka anything that you think might be of interest?
Can I add something?
Yeah, go on.
Since the pandemic started, what I have done is I kept thinking what I can do to help people stay healthy. And I said, okay, I know fitness, I'm in fitness, so let me do something. So I started an online fitness classes. It's absolutely free. I
Mm-hmm.
used to do it daily, but then because my assignments increase, I've started doing them thrice a week,
Mm-hmm.
twice, so that's 6 times in a week. And
Mm-hmm.
I have at the moment 78 participants, and it's fun
Okay.
seeing. So I get lovely comments saying that it feels nice, and when I'm not in the class, like, I get messages, can we do a class again, because I really miss them. And it's way of
Mm-hmm.
connecting to all these people together, share fun, and yes, be fit and healthy at the same time. So this is
Yeah.
my part. And another thing we do is we have some old residents around. So whenever I have their number, so I call them up and ask them if they are need of anything, and if yes, they are provided with the household groceries or whatever kind of help they want. So keeping a touch with them, keeping them safe is what's important. With the kids also, I have online classes, so teaching them few bits and pieces of fitness, some drawing, some cultural. So I've started teaching my children our language, how to read and write. So this is
Okay.
one more thing into my menu. Yeah,
Okay,
so
that's
No,
trying to
brilliant.
fill at the
that's
Keeping
moment.
yourself very busy. I feel
amazing.
Amy, Amy, and Emily, she makes me feel a bit lazy. You keep yourself very busy despite the pandemic and the lockdown. You're able to socialize. You are
Yeah.
able to communicate. And Amy, welcome back to the podcast. I'd like to ask you,
Hello.
who are you? Tell us about yourself. Tell the audience about yourself, Amy.
Right, okay. So I'm a community carer. So since this pandemic, my life hasn't changed. I'm still going out to work. I'm still out every day. The only thing that has changed is maybe I have a few more calls because people are a little bit more scared and they want to stay home with their families. I have more PPE. I've got a lot more gloves and aprons handy. We struggle on hand sanitizer now, which is really odd. Being a carer, we need stuff like that. Um, but yeah, that's what I do. So a lot of the elderly residents that I look after are quite terrified with the coronavirus. It's not just me. Like there's immediate family in my life that have um out in the public. Like my other half, he's a police officer, and he has to go and out in the public. My brother, he's a nurse, and he's with COVID-19 patients. So it's terrifying for all of us, and we have to keep going on. And it's scary because I can't stay at home. I had last week off. I can't stay at home and self isolate. Um, so for me, my life hasn't changed, but the worry and the terrifyingness is a lot stronger.
Yeah, so feeling lots of anxiety at the moment, and obviously your
Yeah,
your job is so important, generally on a normal day, on the best of days, what you do is
yeah,
amazing. And right now it must be even more of a service that you're providing. And do you find that you're offering almost companionship as well? Because I assume some of the people you care for aren't necessarily, they don't necessarily have lots of family to see them. Their only
their
contact
family
might
are
be
not allowed to
you.
visit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you there. Their family are not allowed to visit. So when they're used to having like their family over at weekends, and especially Easter's just happened as well, they're used to seeing their family, and family cannot go and visit them. So we
Mm.
are now like a surrogate family. We always kind of have been, but I think we are more so now, and we're making sure that they're okay because they're very worried about their family. So we're telling them, even though we're terrified and we're scared and we're worried every day, we're telling them, okay, don't worry about it. I'm sure your family's fine. But we leave the house and we're absolutely terrified, thinking we've not, we've not lied to them. We're just making sure that they don't worry because we don't want to make them ill or stressed out or make our jobs even harder.
Yeah. So you're looking after them, in so many different ways, actually. It's more than going in and providing medication or cleaning.
And
It's
wiping
actually
bottom.
providing. Yeah, I was trying to be polite. But that's what we have to do. But yeah, you're
People
actually,
just think that's all we do is we are just glorified babysitters.
yeah,
Technically we are, but it's more emotional and
yeah,
mental support.
yeah,
Like there are people that I see that don't need any help with medication or personal care. They are lonely and they don't have any family, and they just want to sit there with you and just talk to you. But then there are other aspects where it's full on, where you are using hoists, and it's completely, in half an hour or 45 minutes, it is constant. And it's
mm,
also, as well as that, as well as the mental and the physical, it's also the personal care, and it's
Yes.
everything else. And on top of this, with the worry and people, having symptoms and having to stay at home and twice the workload, it is stressful.
Hmm.
yeah. And a
Because
big
you are
thank you for carrying on as well, because I couldn't imagine being in a situation that's that intense. So, make sure you're patting yourself on the back lots and lots and
yes,
lots.
and
Yeah,
this is
Thank you,
why.
but I enjoy my job.
Hmm, I think your
good.
job is one of the most rewarding jobs. I worked in the mental health and the nursing, so I used to help
Oh
clients with their
wow.
daily living skills. So I've done nursing for over 20 years. So I know exactly
Yeah,
what you're talking about.
yeah,
The NHS and all the health service providers worldwide. This is one of the key things, looking after the elderly and the vulnerable. And you are doing a brilliant job.
yeah.
I commend you. I
Thank you.
understand fully what that is about.
Ah, thank you.
And we are not, when you do the job, a lot of the times in the past, people didn't really understand and really appreciate how
Yeah,
much the
yeah.
carers and the healthcare assistants and the nurses and doctors, they took them for granted.
Completely agree.
And now in this time of crisis, you guys are at the forefront helping the elderly population and the vulnerable. And my hat and my wig and my everything off to you. Thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
Emma, Amy. So can I ask you something? How has
Yeah.
this it affected your own personal life? as an individual? How has this affected your own
Um,
family and personal life?
okay, so my mum is registered with disabilities and mental health, so I'm still looking after her as well as I'm looking after my other ladies and my gentleman that I look after. My personal life for me has taken kind of a backseat. Obviously, I have a boyfriend that's a police officer, and I can't really see him as much as I would like to. He literally just drops my shopping off at my door if he needs to. I see him occasionally, but I can't really see him all the time because
Yeah,
we need to make sure that there's no interaction there. So it is
yeah,
difficult there. Obviously, I've got a big friend network, and I miss my friends so much. But
yeah,
we voice call and video call. But yeah, I just miss my friends, and I miss, being with my boyfriend. And my brother lives in Scotland, and he was due down next month, and he can't come down for my mum's birthday. So I'm
mm,
going to miss members of my family because of
yeah.
this, and it's ever so sad. A friend of mine, his mum has passed away. Um,
Oh,
and
yeah,
he can't get a flight home for his
oh,
mum's funeral. So that's
oh,
also upsetting as
mm,
well.
yes. And it must be really trying. And it's so important. Oh, you got me a bit emotional. It is
Yeah.
so important for us to keep in touch. I'm sorry, keep in touch with our
Don't
loved
cry,
ones.
you'll start me
And
off.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
Let's have a little look at this comment here from Layla Williams. Carers are so undervalued. Thank you, Amy, and everyone providing a service. That's a wonderful comment. Thank you so much. It might be Leah, actually. I might have said your name wrong. Sorry.
Leia,
Leah, is she a friend of yours?
who is ironically married to a Luke.
Oh, may the force be with you, everyone.
Brilliant.
Yeah, our key workers are doing a fantastic job, and it's quite nice actually that both of our guests today have experience in the profession of
Your other
nursing,
guest is
and
wonderful, and she's doing a
yes,
wonderful and amazing job.
yes, she
Thank you.
is.
Thank you.
Priyanka, I haven't seen you since I think it was October.
Yes, it was
Um,
October. Yes.
Yeah, so Priyanka was a judge at Miss International Curve,
Yeah.
and it was so lovely to meet you. You really are a
Uh,
lovely, lovely person,
Thank
and
you.
so
Thank
warm.
you. Thank you
So feeling
so
very
much.
lucky today.
I must
She's got it
say,
all, brains and beauty.
we all are, aren't we? I mean, it's. I can actually feel the pain that you're going through because I was practicing doctor. I was a senior RMO in intensive cardiac care unit, and I have seen that life where you're 24/7 there, and you have to feel and deal with all the kinds of emotions,
Yeah.
and it's really difficult. So I miss that life, and hats off to you for doing it for the special people. It's really amazing, so thank you.
You do an incredible job as well. It's not easy being a doctor.
No, it's not. No, it's not. But yes, even the carers are doing an amazing job, aren't they? I mean, taking care of the people. We think that they need medicine, but they need more than that. They need care, they need love, and I think the best medicine is love than anything else in the world.
Oh, yeah.
I always say, I have a quote of mine saying smile is contagious. You smile and half of the pain goes away of a person. So rest is left with love and medicines and other stuff. But once you heal the heart, it's the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, girls, we are all bonding here. The emotions are going, the care is going, and the love is showing out. Yesterday we were talking a lot about the importance of a hug and a cuddle, and most of us was missing the hugs and the cuddles. Um, Amy was talking about the hugs and the cuddles. She's missing that too. And what about you, Priyanka? You getting all the hugs and cuddles?
Oh, yes. And I'm giving too many hugs and cuddles. So my kids are running away from me because they're getting too many hugs and cuddles. So
they,
my
they
kids
can't
are
get away
teenagers.
from you. They can't escape you.
They can't. So we have that fun where we are having too much of a family time, and sometimes I'm going to be honest, it sometimes gets onto my nerves. Like I need my me
Mm.
time. I need me
Yes.
time. Because
Yes.
I was telling John yesterday that half of the time I'm in the kitchen cooking, cleaning, cooking, cleaning, cooking, cleaning. But hats off to my husband. I mean, he's amazing, 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 amazing. He cooks for me when I'm busy. So when I'm studying, he'll cook for me without saying anything. He'll do that. And my kids also, they help me around in cleaning, washing, putting the things and stuff, tidying up their room, which that never happened before. So with teenagers, it's quite difficult to get them. Let's do this. But right now, they're like quite understanding. They actually see me working, so it's easy for them to understand
Mm.
what mom goes through that, and they help me out. So I actually thank God for giving me an amazing family, friends, and everyone who is around me.
That's
Yeah.
such a good point about your children actually seeing what it is to be a mother, what it is
Yes.
to be working, and all the different things that you have to do to keep
Yes.
your house in order. So
Yeah.
that actually is a positive thing. Perhaps that will continue after this is over. Do you think
Yes.
they will stick to these habits?
Oof, it's quite difficult to say if they'll stick to it or not, but I think it's a habit. Once you cultivate the other person, no matter what they're doing, and I think once they learn it, they have seen it, it will be in them for a longer time. So I think they will stick to it. That's what I believe in, and that's what I want to believe in at the moment.
Fingers crossed for you.
Yeah.
It must be nice because it's a new appreciation, isn't it? And it actually sounds
Yes.
like it's bringing you closer together,
It
which is
is,
really
it is,
lovely.
it is. I do see my elder son a lot. He's a 15-year-old teenager, and initially I used to see him in the bedroom most of the time with his laptop and his books and his mobile. Now I get to see him more. So in fact, I'm getting more hugs from the elder one than the little one. So it's a nice that,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. And yeah, he comes and just hugs me for just no reason. It's like, I love you. It's like, wow,
oh,
this is so nice. And yes, I
that's
really
really nice.
appreciate that. Yeah.
So I feel like that, that's happening within your family, but it's also happening on a wider scale. We're
Yes.
seeing the tables flipped now. People are
Yes.
actually appreciating our retail workers, our,
Yes.
supermarket workers, our carers, our
Yeah.
postmen,
Yep.
the
I can say
the
something out here. Sorry, to break you out, but
yeah.
yesterday we had our home delivery, and actually I went out and said to the person that I really appreciate you. Thank you so much
Mm,
for being there. Little things like, who will do that for us if you were not there? The people who just take over,
Yep.
like, I don't want to sound anything, but it's really it feels here that there are so many people working there to keep us safe. So this is
yes.
the
Yep.
army in the country who is keeping us safe, and other are on the borders of the country. There are two people who are working in and out. So hats off to all the workers who are there for us. And I mean, from
Yep.
the medical health point of view to
mm,
the people who are actually providers. So
Yep.
essential
mhm.
workers,
Agreed.
are really, I mean, hats off to them.
Yep.
Okay.
Agreed. The bin men,
Yeah.
the people working in the shops, the bus drivers, so we can get
Yes,
to work. It's
absolutely.
everyone that has a key worker job. I completely agree with you. They are
Absolutely.
just as much out there as we are. I
Yeah.
completely agree.
Yeah, agreed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies, I'd like to ask Priyanka a question.
Yes.
I'm going back now to your pageantry days. I'm going to ask you, as a
Okay.
director,
Yes.
it's an important question. As a director of the Miss and Miss Britain, well,
Yes.
Britain Miss and Mrs.
Yes.
How did that come about? How did that come about? And what is happening as a result of the COVID-19? How is this going to continue in the future?
Um, right now, we did our first season. It was amazing. You were there with us for the first
Yes, I was
season.
one of the judges.
Yes, yes. John was one of the judges. She was there for the talent round and for the finale as well. So yes, it was amazing. Um, so after the first season, we had an amazing response for the second season as well. So we did our auditions. We had our shortlisted, but this news broke down to us, and we have taken a setback to that. We are still thinking about it. We'll see how things go about after the lockdown opens, because Mrs. Universe happens in December. So we
Yes,
still
yes.
have a time period of around 8 months there to train the girls and then do the if we have. So I completely appreciate if someone doesn't want to go. It's completely a personal choice. So we haven't
Mhm.
got any news from the Mrs. Universe channel as well, if how they want to go about it.
Mhm.
But at the moment, we have put it on hold. At the same time, if my girls, the people who have been selected, are always sending me a message saying that, Priyanka, what is going to happen and how we're going to do stuff. So Stephanie Hill, she right now is a Miss Universe participant. So she
Mhm.
is our mentor for the girls.
Mhm.
And Grace Levy, she's also a mentor for the girls. So we are waiting on them as well. So they have agreed to do the mentoring for season 2 as well. But looking at all the pandemic, we have just kept everything on hold till,
Mhm.
because the very important thing is the season can happen again. The life is very important, and we want everyone to uh, stay safe. That is very important at the moment, rather than anything in the world. So at the moment, we have kept the things on hold, and we'll
Yeah.
see how things unfold in the future.
Thank you so much.
How did you get involved in pageantry? Where did that start for you?
I can't hear you. The voice broke off, actually, I guess.
I think she's having a bit of technical difficulty. We'll continue with this, and so the pageantry world is basically on hold,
Yes,
and you got girls already registered to take part in the
yes,
pageant. Oh, okay, good. So I'm looking forward to that because I love my pageantry. I love to see the girls. I love
yeah,
to see them do their
yeah,
thing. And Amy,
exactly.
how are you
Hello.
doing? I'm glad to see
Good.
you back. You're experiencing a bit of technical difficulty, but we can still see you and we can still hear you. Now,
That's all right.
apart from the family life, what do you do in your social life? Like what outside of the
Well,
caring life? What
I
activities are
met
you engaged
Emily. I
in?
met Emily in 2014 when we was both in the same pageant.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
And which
how I met
pageant was that?
Emily. Miss British Beauty Curve, the one that she won.
Mm-hmm.
So I met her there. We was broke off into little groups of 4 or 5, and she was in my little group. So I remember Emily very clearly that day, always running down the stairs late, leaving her makeup on the stairs. I'm ratting her out now. But that's how I met Emily. So and I was watching in the audience for a
Mhm.
Miss International Curve. I don't know if either of you two ladies were there. Um,
Um,
I don't
I did
think
the
I
Miss
don't.
Curvaceous. I did the UK Miss
Oh,
Curvaceous.
okay.
I mentored the
Yeah,
UK Miss Curvaceous and helped them with the runway. Yeah, I was at that
yeah.
one.
I can't remember which one it was. When I was with when I saw
But
you,
you,
Emily.
but you are
The Miss
also an advocate
International.
for for women of curves, aren't you? You do play an active role
Um,
in Women of
I
Curves.
don't really have an active role anymore. I've kind of taken a backseat of it. There's a lot of new girls that model and who are in pageants. I've just kind of taken a backseat from like my personal life and my work life. But I'm hoping one day to get back into it. I've always said to myself, once I become a Mrs., I'll go back into the pageant land and I'll apply as a Mrs. So
Okay.
you never know. My ring is still naked. My ring finger is still naked at the minute.
It's still vacant. So am I. So is mine. You see,
Come on,
mine is vacant. It's
Amanda.
okay. We're in good company, Amy. We're all in good company. Amy, also, can you when you were in the pageant world, what was your cause? Like most of the women when they join the pageant world, they're always involved in charity work. What charity
Yeah.
work were you involved in, and
Mine
are you still involved
mine was about miscarriages and about making miracles because obviously I've lost babies. So that was
Oh,
my charity. Um,
mhm,
there's there's so many women that go out there that lose babies, whether it's a miscarriage or stillborn, or when they
mhm,
give birth and they lose an infant baby. So it's a subject that's very close to my heart. So that's the charity that I was with when I was doing Miss British Beauty Curve, and also where you give wedding gowns to make gowns for babies. That was my
mhm.
big charity there. So it happens to more women than you think. It's still a taboo subject now, but it happens a lot more than what you think. I mean, I think everyone knows of someone that had that happen to
Had a
them. So
miscarriage
that
or
was my
stillbirth. Yes.
charity.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've not really embraced the plus size model world as much as Emily has or other people have. My confidence kind of fluctuates. So I've done a few bits, like I've been in the pageant where I met Emily and she won, of course. I mean, who wouldn't want her to win? She's amazing. So
One
I
of
was
these
very,
days, we're
very
going to get her
proud.
to put on her crown, Amy. One of
Yeah.
these days, I'm going to get her to put on the crown on the show, and I want to see her in a crown and
Yes,
we're gonna
yes,
make her do that, Amy. We're gonna push
yes.
her
A
in.
crown,
Emily,
sash,
crown and sash,
everything.
everything.
Oh,
We're
okay,
ganging
guys.
up on you, Emily.
We will see. We'll see. Amy, don't forget that actually you had a big part in bringing a group of people together with Team Plus Size.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. A few years back, we got together and we did a little photo shoot. Emily was there as well. There was a few other girls that was with us, and it was an amazing day. We had such fun in front of the camera. I was also part of a club night as well that you came to as well, Emily, Figure Eight, which was a club for, you know, the curvaceous larger lady. That's still going, but I'm not part of that team anymore. But there are still other places that you can go if you have a little bit more junk in the trunk, let's say.
If you're a
We
little
are all
curvy.
women of color right now. You're in safe company.
And it's another thing that actually I think you share in common with Priyanka, because her pageant, as she said, it's all about celebrating
Yes.
women of
Womanhood,
any
yes.
size, any, you know, background.
Yes,
So you're
yes,
both really
yes.
passionate about celebrating beauty, no
Yes.
matter, you know, what you look like
Yeah.
and what your background is.
I was a plus size. I was size 18, from size 18. So I loved myself then, and I got married when I was that size. My husband loved me in that. So I love what I am. I plan to reduce my weight because I wanted to become healthier. It's not that I wasn't healthier, but when I got pregnant with my first child, because of my weight and the hormonal changes, I did have a blood pressure issue, so high blood pressure issue. So
Yeah.
that's where I decided that I need to be a bit more healthier. And that's when I got down to not, I'm going to reveal the secret. I went to size 0, and from size 0, I'm a healthy size 8 now. So, yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's quite a journey, Priyanka. That's quite a
That's right.
Yeah.
transformation.
Size 0.
Yeah.
I can't even think of what size that is. Isn't that
Yes,
a size of
it
a
took me
French
3
fry or
years for
something?
that. It took me 3 years for that. But
Wow.
yeah, I just wanted to see if I can do it or not. So it was just a competition for me
Yeah.
against myself, with your own will, that you just have to push your limits and just stay
Yeah.
there. But I didn't want to go for any crash diets and unhealthy ways to do it. I
Yeah.
wanted to do it the healthier way. So it took
Yeah.
me 3 long years, but well, I did it.
Wow. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Health,
Thank you.
health above everything
Exactly.
is
Health above
more
everything. You
important.
cannot.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm on that same kind of journey at the minute.
that's
I'm
nice.
well, I can't anymore, but I've been going to the gym and I've been swimming, because me and my other half, we want a baby.
Oh, wow.
So I've been trying to shed some pounds because I don't think the weight helps in my
Yes.
favour. So my mum, before, she said when she was pregnant with myself and my brother, she lost about 2 to 3 stone and she fell pregnant. So I'm aiming to lose that because I want to start a family. So it's not because I don't want to be my size. I'm fine with my size. My other half likes my size. I just want a family. So that's why I'm on that road now.
Yeah. I can add to this. I had 2 of my clients who joined me because they wanted to conceive. They had lost 3 babies before that. And after joining the class, I think within 6 months, both my girls fell pregnant and they have amazing boys. So,
I
yeah.
need
You
your
know
phone
what,
number.
Amy? You should be one of you should join her club. Her online fitness club is on free.
I'm
She's got a
going
free
to.
online fitness
Oh,
club.
yeah.
Yes. Yes, I do a free online fitness
Priyanka,
class. Yes, yes.
Priyanka, you could tell us the site where we could join and start to get
Yes.
healthy during the pandemic.
I have a website. I don't have a website to do that. What I've done is I've created a WhatsApp link which I've shared with people. I'll share with you out here and see if I can do that. And that way it can be sent to anyone, and they just have to. I give a password and a login number to the meeting, and we have live videos going on. So every day it's a different day. Someday we have the stretches, someday we have the upper body, someday we have the full body workout, someday we have hit, someday we have just cardio or toning. I know that we are not able to get hand of weights.
Sign me up.
So we just, I ask people to use pillows after 2 or 3 sets. They're like, well, there is no use of a weight. Pillows are good. You can use 2 liters of water bottle or 1 liter of water bottle, and with loads of repetition they give the resistance, which is really, really amazing. So
Yeah.
recently one of a person joined me, and she said she had arthritis problem, and she said that after working out with me in a week, she said, I can move around, I feel confident. She was going through depression, so she says, I feel like I'm coming out of it. So that feels really nice. And yeah, I mean, it feels nice when you can hear people to come to you and say that it's helping you out. So it's amazing when you get that positive feedback. It keeps me going. So yes.
And it's something that we have to remember. We got to keep physically moving.
Yes.
This why we
Yes.
have to, because I know I had some surgery some time ago, and it was to do with my knee.
Okay.
And if I was to sit down for too long, I'd get stiff. But once I was moving around, the body kept moving, and I kept feeling better, and the pain sort of reduced. And psychologically, I wasn't thinking about the pain anymore because I was getting things done. But if we stay in one spot, whether we have physical injuries, we're overcoming like post-op, it's always good to keep your body moving, get the endorphins going, so it'll generate that feel-good factor. You know?
Yes, I had a heel fracture. I play badminton as well. So while playing badminton, I had a fall and I had a heel fracture. But I couldn't move. So I was in a match when that happened, and I said, okay, I will play the match. And the people came, I really want to play. I said, yes, I want to finish it up because my body was warm. And after playing, I came down and I could feel that my heel was swollen up. I took off for 4 days, let the swelling set down, but I kept moving, and that actually helped me to get back on my feet again. So this is something that I will always say to people, that injuries are always there. You'll feel the pain unless and until the doctor advises you. Yes, it's very important. You have to have a doctor's advice before moving after any surgery, because we will tell you when it's the right time. But doing a some kind, so if you're in the bed, you can just wriggle your fingers, move your hands, just to keep yourself active if you're bedridden. And if your doctor has advised light exercise, do it. Actually, you can just move around in the house, go up and down the stairs. For anyone who is stuck in the house at the moment, who are fit and fine, if you have staircase, just go up and down the staircase 5 times. You'll have your cardio done. If you have a garden, go around in the garden, run around in the garden, have some fresh air. It feels nice. Or if you can skip, use a skipping rope. Star jacks are the best thing to do for your cardio. Or if you don't have an escaping rope, just imagine that you're skipping and hop around in place. Hop around. That's what I say. Hop around, and it will just keep you up.
A fitness video that I used to work out to actually involved that in the routine. You're just like this, and you're just pretending.
Yeah.
And trust me, that works.
It's sweaty. You do it for 30-40 seconds and 3 sets, and you're like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So how can people actually motivate themselves? Have you guys got any tips for that? Because it's so easy just to sit and watch Netflix or Disney Plus. You know, we can just sit and do nothing. But actually, we will find that mentally we'll be better.
That makes a walk.
What's
I'm
the walking?
constantly on the move, constantly. I don't have a minute to myself.
With this kind of situation, it's quite difficult for people because everything is right there at the hand. So I would say self motivation. Make a goal, write down a goal that you want to do. And people, because you're sitting in the house, you tend to eat a lot, and I call it my favorite time, but yeah. You can see this.
Honestly, my sinuses are so blocked because I keep eating chocolate. I never eat chocolate. I never, ever, ever eat chocolate. And I even did veganuary, and I did it for 2 months. Then no dairy, no nothing. And now, can I blame my boyfriend because he has it in the
eating.
house?
It's called comfort eating.
Yes,
I am guilty.
yeah.
I'm baking in the night.
Baking.
And
Joan is baking a lot.
because your body clock is all over the place like that.
Yes.
You're stuck indoors. And what you'd advise for a person like myself who is stuck in an apartment all by themselves, no outdoor space?
I would say one thing is, yes, if you love something, like John, you said you love to bake, but bake different things. But there are many healthy recipes that you can bake. So other day I saw kale chips, apple chips, and then this chips, you can sweet potato chips. You just have to. So I'm just going to share that. It's a very small recipe. You just cut them into small slices, lay them on a baking tray, spray the oil on it, and bake it for 180 degrees centigrade for 10 to 15 minutes, and you'll have healthy, crispy chips with you. So you can bake loads of them. And I always say, set up a goal for yourself. It's very important that you set up a goal. Write down your notes and put them onto the fridge right there, and say that, tick mark, I'm doing this. So how I started is I wrote down a diary for myself, a big paper, and I just said, okay, this is the set I'm going to do, and this is what I want after I come out. So summer is coming by, guys, get the summer body up. So that's what I say, let's get the summer body up. So any form of body is lovely. It's the love that you have for yourself. So set up a goal, and just don't have too many goals. Just set up 5 goals for a day or 2 goals for a day. Try and reach them. So John, I will say, just say, I'm going to bake healthy baking chips. Tick mark them. I'm going to do 10 rounds of skipping. Tick mark. And honestly, after 3 days, you don't have to write it down. You'll just be doing it.
Emily sort of got me in this without her even knowing. She says she does the jogging and all kinds of stuff after, and I felt a bit bad about it. And so what I started doing after our podcast, I pick myself up, I put on my trainers, and I go for a walk for about half an hour to 45 minutes all around the neighborhood. And I live on a hill. So it's up, down, go around, up, down, and go around. We could do a dance, up, down, and go around. Yeah, so this is what's going on. And it's healthy.
So this is our Joan. You can see up, down, go. So try, everyone.
Go around, up, down, and go around.
So see,
Raid has messaged us, I'm loving the show. Thank you so much for your comment. That's really, really nice. Please keep the comments coming in. Angela says, very interesting discussion. So, thank you to our 2 beautiful guests for providing us with that.
Thank you.
Lovely discussion. Oh, we have another one. Very popular, ladies, today. Lovely discussion. Good to see passion, emotions, laughter. Stay safe, stay happy. Thank you so much, Triptesh, for that gorgeous comment. Same surname as you.
Yeah, that's my husband.
This is your husband? Oh,
yeah,
that's husband.
Yeah. So before we started, she said, I'm going to watch you and I love you. So I said, yay, that gives.
So sweet.
Yeah. So that's them. So I'm happy that you're still watching me. Love you.
So sweet. Amy, have you got any shout outs?
Just to everyone that's watching that I know, and to all the carers, and to all the key workers, and to the wonderful doctors like yourself, and to my brother if he's watching. Stay safe, and just make sure that you stay indoors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's so
It
difficult, isn't
is.
it, with the weather? I mean, typical that we've now got the most glorious weather where
Yeah.
normally it would be raining.
Absolutely.
You
But
know,
I
at
think
this time of
what has
year.
helped to have a beautiful weather is because the pollution has gone down. So you can't see
Yes,
too many
yes,
cars. There is not a lot of construction around. So I say the earth is healing itself. The world is healing itself.
yes.
So yes, I think that's one of the reason why we have such a glorious weather. But guys, please
Okay.
do stay safe, stay indoors. That way you are going to help yourself and the other vulnerable people that are around in the world. So enjoy the weather. If you don't have a backyard, if you don't have anything, open up your curtains, open up the windows, sit in the sunshine, have a cup of coffee, and imagine that you're on a beach. Put on some
Yeah.
lovely music, the music that you love, and with the music you can just shake around a little bit, do the things.
There's a lot to shake.
Amy, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything to sort of keep yourself positive? Because as we mentioned earlier, you know, your job is very intense. There's a lot of anxiety. Is there anything you're doing that you're finding that's helping you cope and stay afloat?
How can I put this? I'm quite a bubbly, jolly person. I mean, you've known for years I've been quite upbeat, and I think that just comes from just myself. I don't know. I just try not to let everything get to me, because I find if you let everything get to you and every tiny little worry, it will just wear away at you. So you just have to keep positive. If you end up being miserable, it's worse, and then you start frowning, then you get frown lines, and then you've got to have Botox. I mean,
Yeah.
ain't nobody got time for that.
You don't want to go through all of that trouble.
No, absolutely.
It's too
Absolutely.
expensive to frown. Amy,
Yes,
it is way too
exactly.
expensive to frown.
Smile, and it's better. I mean, if you frown, smile, and then if you frown, I mean, look at all that. No,
Yeah, exactly.
You've got us all laughing now.
exactly.
So,
See,
it-
who needs
so,
Botox?
Amy, what? Okay, that's Amy's recipe. Keep smiling, keep
Yeah.
shining, and everyone
yeah.
stay safe. Stay indoors. If you have to go out, go out for the essentials like the government has instructed. Go for your
Yeah.
food, medication, take
Yeah.
a little stroll, do your exercise.
Yeah.
Keep your safe distance at least 6 feet away, okay, approximately 2 meters away from each other. You can still smile and say hi to someone.
Yes.
Yeah,
I remember
absolutely.
once going
Yes.
around my little
Yep.
routine,
Yes.
and one of
We
the neighbors was
We do
at the
smile to
door,
each other through
and
the
I was like,
windows. Yeah.
"Hey, we all hug and say hi."
Yeah.
Yeah. We have
I
an old
notice a lot
lady.
of people, they see people and they start wanting to run the other direction.
Yeah. We
But they
have an
don't say
old.
hi, they don't greet each other, they just, oh,
Yeah. We have an old lady who stays, and I call her auntie. So I keep on saying to her that, hi, how are you? And, just send her a text. And when I'm passing by, which is, I think I was out three. 3 weeks out, 3 weeks back, I was out. So I just said hi to her. I send a text to her, and she smiles and she opens up a window and we have chat. So, yes, guys, please do maintain a social distance. It's very important for yourself, as I said earlier, and so stay safe. Maintain the social distance. It's very
yeah.
important. You can do loads of
I can
things.
see the comment at the bottom.
Yeah, this is Patrick. This is Amy's
That's
lovely other
Patrick.
half. He's saying a lovely show, wonderful guests, of course. Keep going strong, all of our fellow key workers. And Amy,
And
hint
take
taken.
Oh.
You see what I mean? Come on to our show and you're gonna get a, if you like it,
Patrick, when
put a
you're
ring on it. Put a
ready,
ring on it.
Patrick, let us know, Patrick. We
Love is
might have a
blossoming
live
on our
proposal.
show. Amy is in love and she's blossoming. There you go, a proposal, Amy. Wait until he sees you in person.
I'm a very lucky
Okay,
girl.
ladies. Oh, yes, you are, definitely. It's been such a wonderful time having Priyanka and
Thank
Amy on the
you.
show today.
Thank you.
We're about to wrap up, and we'd like to thank everyone for tuning in.
Thank
All have
you.
sent in your
Thank
wishes,
you. Thank
and
you.
thanking us for putting on this program. Makes us know that we are actually doing something really good. Amy, it was wonderful meeting you. Priyanka, lovely
you.
seeing you again.
Same
And
here,
Emily,
darling.
my
Same here.
co-host, I love
Stay
you,
safe, girls.
love you. As we bond close on the show. Thank you. And
Thank
we're
you.
gonna. You want your closing? You want to close up for us, Emily? Say the goodbyes today.
Oh,
Take
thank
it,
you,
sister.
Joan. Take it away. So it's been absolutely
Okay.
wonderful.
Okay. So this
Love
is
the
goodbye for now.
interaction.
Mhm.
Thank you so much, everyone that's commented. Please, please, please
Mm-hmm.
share this video. It will be available on our YouTube channel. So if you've just caught us now, you can rewind, you can watch from the start, share with your friends and family, and give our guests some love. You know, keep those comments coming in. We will read them out. We will read your questions and put them into our guests as well. So hopefully see you again. What day is it? Yeah, tomorrow. We're back tomorrow at 11
Tomorrow,
a.m.
Thursday, Friday at 11 a.m. Back
See you
with the
guys.
Pandemic Diary 2020. Bye.
Bye.
And be safe.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.